Hi everybody, welcome back. Happy New Year. I hope you had a great break. I enjoyed an excellent vacation with my family, spent some time in Arizona, and then also had the privilege to go up to Canada and do a little skiing in British Columbia. So it was great. It was a well-needed rest and vacation from the world, but now we're back. We're working hard, and unlike the government, we are not shut down. We're working hard for all of our clients here. And just to get back into it, I want to tell you about some cool things that Vogelsang Law has been involved in. We added a brand new associate, Nathan Wallace. He joins us from, he attended Loyola Law School, and I believe he went to Notre Dame for undergrad, and he's actually on a deposition today, so he's already working hard, and we're happy to have him, so welcome, Nate. And another thing we're doing is an academic scholarship. This is Vogelsang Law's first scholarship, and it's open to graduate students, undergraduate students, and I believe junior college kids as well. So there'll be some info in the comments section of this post. So if you're interested, if you're a student, get out there and apply. I look forward to looking at the applications and handing out some money, hopefully, for some good education. So today I want to talk about a couple of other things. The first is, sometimes we get questions from potential clients or just people generally curious about the firm as to if they don't live in Chicago, because obviously you can see it's a beautiful gray January day here in Chicago. We're physically present here, but what if you want to work with our firm and you live in Peoria or you live in Grand Rapids, Michigan? And how does that work? Well, while we're all working here on a daily basis in the office, several times a week, there are attorneys that go all over this place. They go to, like I mentioned, Minnesota, Peoria, Illinois, California, Nevada. Wherever the work takes us, we go. Obviously, Chicago is one of the best places to be located centrally because we can get to any city the same day that we need to. But we even go so far as if your case is in another state, we may file it in that state. Some people are traveling sheet metal workers, for instance. So they may have been based in Michigan and then worked in Ohio and California and now are retired in Florida. And then I go meet them in Florida and we find out all about their exposure. And then we have to make a decision of where to file. So it helps, and it's actually absolutely necessary as a law firm in asbestos litigation to be as flexible as possible in figuring out where to file a case. And while I love to file cases in Chicago, that's not always possible. The point is, don't worry so much about our location. We'll worry about your location and how to handle your suit or your case wherever you are. And the courts are set up for that type of thing, and most law offices are as well. So one other general question that I wanted to talk about with asbestos, and something that people talk about all the time, is they may call us or email and say, we've got asbestos floor tile in our house, what should we do? And unfortunately, there is not a very easy answer to this. There are a lot of options. The safest option, I suppose, would be to not live in your house and get a hazmat team in and have it professionally removed. But a more practical answer, I guess, is if you're not touching it, if you're not sanding it, sawing it, cutting it, chipping it, asbestos is like anything else. If it's like sawdust, if you don't touch it, it's just sitting there, it's not getting in the air. But if you do need to renovate and remove it, I would highly recommend you bring in professionals. And is it dangerous? Well, like any other toxic material, it is dangerous. Just like a bucket of acid is dangerous, but only if your body comes into contact with it. So that's about as good as I can do. Try to use your common sense out there and definitely respect it as something that is carcinogenic, similar to cigarette smoke or any other bad material you might come into contact with in your daily life. So one other thing about where you might want to use our firm for your case, depending on where you live. We are licensed in several different states as well, and then our co-counsel relationship spans the entire nation. So wherever we need to go, we can make that happen. So I just want to make that clear as a close-up. But it is Friday afternoon, so I hope everyone is looking forward to a fantastic weekend. Always great to be back and be talking to the audience. Thanks for tuning in, and look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good weekend.